Hello, Steve White, Steve White 89. Well, it's still Friday the 13th for me. I do like a weekend marathon every Friday the 13th. And there wasn't much news leading up to Friday the 13th, and everyone was hoping for a bunch of news on Friday the 13th. And there was a little bit, some which got instant backlash from fans, and then some more substantial news, but still not a lot. Basically, what first came out was Jason Universe, or whatever it is, which I still don't even know what the hell that is, announced they had the new look for Jason, and that they were going to do some sort of Universal Nights theme park event. It's not like an ongoing permanent thing, it's like a seasonal event sort of thing that is kind of cool, but no one really cares. And then they also announced some more NECA figures, which, I mean, no one really cares about the merchandising. It was just more merchandising, and that's what people were complaining, that there's no news, no, new content, no new actual Jason content, just more merchandising. So just buy more Jason stuff, even though we're giving you no new Jason to, merchandise, but just keep buying merchandise. So a lot of fans were not happy about that. And then they made the more substantial announcement of further casting for the Crystal Lake series. Now, we already had Linda Cardellini and William Catlett as cast, and apparently, I think Catlett's playing Levan Brooks. Not sure who that is, but they announced 3 new people. Oh, that's the producer. Devin Kessler, who's playing Brianna Brooks, Cameron Scoggins, who's playing Dorf, and Gwendolyn Sundstrom, who's playing Grace. Now, we don't know who any of these characters are, although Brooks, Levin Brooks, apparently that is an officer who's been in the show, so, like the movie. So there was talk of some legacy characters that would be appearing before, when they were planning this other series that sort of fell apart. Now, whether this is just this series sort of tweaked a little bit because new people came on, or whether this is a new series and they've trashed everything and that they were sort of developing with their one, no one's really clear exactly what the progress here was. Did they just keep the name and start over again, or did they just have new people come in and develop things that were already in development? It's unclear. But it's come from the Everything, Brad Caleb Kane, who's like, I think, showrunner, executive producer, writer. It's from A23 and Peacock, and it's being filmed in New Jersey this month and through till about October, and there's some talk that it may air in October. I don't know if there's a Friday the 13th in October. Someone said there was, but I thought we only had one Friday the 13th this year. I probably should have checked that, but I didn't. But yeah, so that was the more worthy news, that, well, we've got casting, 3 new cast members for this series on top of the other 2 cast members, and the names that they'll be playing characters we don't know, but there's going to be a lot of characters that we don't know from Pamela's life that, we only see, like the sheriff, and the guy who's setting up the camp is the son of the people who originally owned the camp and the land and that, so he might be like a kid in the series or something. But oh god, how many years? 57, he drowned in 57. So if the series starts from her having Jason and then jumps to him being young and her taking care of him, because some people said some stupid things. Some people like, we want to see Jason in the mask by the end of the series, and the first season. I'm like, that's going to be the end of the series. It's going to be like Bates Motel, where it takes like 5 years for Norman to become Norman. It'll be 5 years before Jason rises from the lake, or at the end of the series till Jason rises from the lake. It's certainly not going to happen in the first season, so that's just crazy talk. And you're missing the point. The point is to do a Pamela series about Jason and her at Crystal Lake and the camp when he was young and she was younger, and the camp was active. That's what the series should be about, and that could last a few years and be pretty good, as long as it ends with either her being killed or Jason rising, because even if Jason doesn't rise, we know, well, I guess, because it is a bit tricky so far as, do they just lead up to the movie, the first film, or do they actually show the events and reimagine the first film, because that never really works well. They kind of got away with it in Bates Motel because it was interesting, but they did veer quite far from Psycho with that. But they kind of got away with it somehow. I think it was just because the house looked exactly the same. But yeah, I don't know. So we had some news, but yeah, a lot of fan backlash towards the Jason universe, because it seems to just be about marketing Jason merch. It's just like, well, we own Jason, so let's just, sort of make our version of him and create our merchandise on that figure and the games or whatever. And it's really got nothing to do with the actual films and any of the merch any fans actually want. It's just like, buy our product because, we've got the IP. And it's like, no, you make something and then we'll buy product of it, or give us product of the, the merchandise we've already seen, the food, characters, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this Friday the 13th news.